The territory now known as Kenya was placed under the British sphere of influence in 1885 following the Berlin Conference that partitioned Africa among the European powers. In 1892, Wayaki wa Hinga, a Muthamaki, chief elder, among the Kikuyu, was killed by the British for resisting British rule. 3 years later, in 1895, Kenya became a protectorate. The tender to administer the territory was given to a company known as the Imperial British East Africa. African resistance to colonial occupation continued. In 1895, the Bukusu mounted a stiff resistance against the British at Fort Chitambe. In 1899, new land regulations were introduced that allowed settlers to expropriate African land. 6 years later, the leader of the Nandi resistance, Koitalel Arap Samoei, was killed by a British mercenary, his head chopped off and taken to Britain. It has never been recovered. However, Koitalel's death did not deter the Africans from resisting. Around 1906 and 1907, resistance against the colonialists was at its most intense in Kisii. This resistance was led by a warrior known as Otenyo Nyamaterere. Another notable resistance was at Chakama in Magarini in Kilifi County. Here, a lady called Minyazi Wamenza, also known as Mekatilili Wamenza or Mekatilili, led the Giriama resistance against British rule. In 1915, the White Highlands were created for European settlement. At time, the idea emerged of turning Kenya into a white man country.